today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the 2022 AFC-NFC Pro Bowl.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. For years, the NFL's best received a trip to Honolulu or Orlando for their efforts, but now they get a trip to Vegas as EA Sports welcomes you to Allegiant Stadium here in Southern Nevada. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 75 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game, how many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they're getting a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Return there, 17 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their second drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they get to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Mayfield. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's got this down to the 35. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll run the draw with Mostert, and that'll hurt the average coverage a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The coverage good that time by the NFC defense. Brings up 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
53-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first.
10. Our home team, nothing.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught by Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 29-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Stafford's pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A 1st down run with Jacobs going to be well-read defensively as they'll stop him for a loss of a couple.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford, and this one caught by Travis Kelce.
Stafford's pass.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Back out is the AFC offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Steps away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go! Let's go! That's good for an AFC. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Our home team, nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball ball carrier.
Mayfield on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 45 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown.
Nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A strong running. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
Is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with an AFC touchdown.
Nothing. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
2-yard line.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down. Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Aaron Donald gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the NFC punt team out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the 2nd quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense is running away with this one. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown.
Nothing. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And now the ball's out. And that's picked up by the AFC. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's been in a pretty good group, actually. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the AFC able to stretch that big lead even further.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Open man is Kirk, complete. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Stafford, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
That's good.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Stafford looks to throw again. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And that's picked up by the AFC. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a...
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the third quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The NFC offense heads out to begin this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 27, Stafford. Caught, Kelsey, left side.
Stafford's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they will set up 6-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is caught. Right there to say incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Antonio Brown there to make the grab. And the AFC just continues to pour it on.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
You see the AFC defense heading back out there. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers, and offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And just bowling over tacklers. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Good for an AFC
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
This is Mostert, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
AFC. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
4-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Antonio Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
59.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at their 49-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Again, it's Stafford. To the zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On first down, they go with Mostert again. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The AFC thus far on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mostert. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now Mostert. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They hand it off to Mostert. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
At the 28-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody. points. Points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.